Hey everybody, it's Joel from the Fun Pimps, and here we are with a little more Alpha 16 preview action, and this is a new shape I made. It doesn't go with this house very well because it's kind of made for the modern houses, but I just spawned in and tossed this in. But what we have here is seamless gutters. It always kind of bothered me we didn't have a proper soffit and a gutter, so I'm still going to do the corner piece, and then I'm going to do the downspouts and maybe even the kickouts down there. Being kind of a car and house enthusiast in real life, it always bothered me that people never clean their gutters out. No, I mean, it bothered me that we didn't have a very realistic gutter, but now with the new block system, we can kind of do that. And yeah, these are just test blocks right now. They're not really properly integrated. I just tossed them in there and painted shingles on them just to see how it looked. But yeah, it looks pretty good. And we'll do the corners, inside and outside corners and downspouts. It's going to make the houses have a lot more detail, and it'll be a little more authentic, I think, looking when they're done. So, all right, on to the next thing. Here's a couple new zombies we've got for you. We've replaced the UMA Fat Lady zombie with this one. And yeah, she looks pretty nasty. And then we've got a new football player model. To replace the UMA zombies that we had. I think they have smaller textures and they're just going to perform a lot better than the UMA counterparts did. So we're still adding more, and I will show you guys more as they come in. So a lot of people have been asking, where's the mid to late game challenge? So we originally, I mean, we're still planning on adding bandits, but they're a ways off yet, realistically. Adding realistic, believable, high quality, animated, NPC AI is a big task, and we're working on it, but it's nowhere close. So we thought about, well, what can we do? And we come up with a couple ideas, and we thought we could make a few more special infected. And I spent maybe 5 or 10 minutes drawing these each one of these little resurrector zombie concepts. And what the resurrector zombie would do is he would go around and he's radiated, and so he's kind of mutated is the idea. He got mutated into one of these guys, but basically he goes around and he resurrects the already dead undead. So say you've got gore piles all over your map. I haven't drawn those yet, but basically he's going to bring those gore piles and dead zombies back to life, and they're just going to be shambling meat piles, so to speak. And so these are just some different drawings that I did real quick while we're talking and stuff, but just doing some different ideas, and we're not sure if we like any of them, or none of this stuff's final, but this concept was maybe this guy was experimented on. He's got they stitched his skull back together to try him out, kind of thing, and things went bad, and basically these guys could probably spit some kind of radioactive substance, or just have an aura effect and bring back anybody that they walk by, or they any corpse that near them could reanimate back to life. So that would kind of cause some immediate sense of urgency when one of these guys comes on a horde night or whatever, and or if they're surrounded by minions, and you basically they're going to keep bringing the dead back to life as long as these guys are alive. So you're really going to want to take them out fast. Otherwise you're going to have endless zombies kind of coming back to life to get you. So just an idea. Let us know if you think the Resurrector is a cool idea or not. And then, here's another one, kind of a behemoth zombie, and this guy is just kind of a giant mutated guy. He's got, tumors and radiated, boils all over the place, and he's got bones that have grown and kind of broken out of his skin and protruding through the surface. But this guy's probably, I don't know, she's 5.5 feet tall, 10. This guy's about 14, 15 feet tall, and he would basically just be a force of mass destruction, and he could like two-fist your fort, smash it, and probably knock a large hole, not just a 1 meter hole, but a big. The idea is you would bust a very large. You could take a whole corner out of your building and break probably a 6 meter area with one shot. Depending on the material, of course. But he would be tough, and he would be something pretty late game you got to worry about. And I think it would be pretty cool, though. I don't know. Let us know if you guys like any of these concepts. We haven't gone into production yet. I was just doodling, and we're coming up with ideas, and just thought I'd share it with you guys. See what you think. So here is a first look at our new distant POIs. So these are not even loaded chunks. They are distant LOD models of our prefabs. And so basically what I'm showing you is, no longer will buildings only appear up close. They're going to appear, far off into the distance. I think, I could be wrong. These ones up close look like, I think these are all, maybe these buildings are loaded into our chunks, but I'm pretty sure this one, I'm pretty sure everything back here is an LOD model. So looks pretty seamless, pretty good. I'm real excited about this feature. I put a screenshot on the video, on the Q&A video yesterday to spur a little discussion, see if you guys could figure out what we were doing. But yeah, it's basically it's distant POI. So here you can see this is way off in the distance. You can see some kind of a settlement over there. You can see this big factory over here, and here's a grocery store, and they look great. They come out good. We ended up not using marching cubes. We just use an LOD algorithm that just creates a 3D mesh. It's a lot more accurate. It looks better. The texture UVs are good, and it basically solved our issues with this. So yeah, props off to Chris and Robert. They kind of spearheaded this whole thing, and got it done, and it's looking really good. So I think there's a few more things to do, but it's basically almost ready for prime time. So real excited about this. I'm sure it's going to make exploration and discovery a lot more immersive. Oh wow, what's this little building clear off? I just see this little tiny thing off on the horizon. I'm going to go there and check it out. It's no longer a guessing game, or no more empty square textures where a town might be. So that's kind of how it was in the previous iteration. So we're real happy. This is making the game so much more immersive. The Alpha 15 was a big step forward, getting distant terrain, but now we've got distant POIs too. So it's like, wow, it's like pretty cool. So I think there's a few more things to do. We got to get the lots coming in and stuff like that. But the list is getting short, and it's looking pretty good. And finally today, I'm going to give you guys a screenshot of Random Gen. This is something Robert sent me. It's not checked in and, ready for heavy testing, but he's getting close. And what we see here is a socket settlement, and we've got a town that's built on an uneven surface. If you look at the roads here, there you can see that these are slight hills and grades. So, and he's got everything looking pretty good. He's got the town spawning the houses coming off these roads. He's got irregular. It's not a square. It's not a big square. It's it's laid out pretty realistically, and the roads kind of work with the existing topography of the map. So it's pretty cool. And then here's another screenshot showing in town. You can see this is on a hill. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to. I think Alpha 16 might be the one where I'm actually playing random gen. My big long term game could be a random world. I'm almost certain it's going to be, because I'm really excited to give this a go. And I think he's going to get it to the point where us artists can kind of take over and visually do our magic to random gen, and tweak the XMLs and get the heights and everything, get the terrain going on. So we've got desert mesas and everything in the desert, mountains in the mountainy regions. I think he's getting it to that point, he said, where might even be able to have like a biome decorator algorithm that determines the algorithm of what kind of plateaus you get. It's in the desert, you would get the flat plateaus, and in the forest you're going to get the mountain peaks and stuff like that. So it's very exciting stuff. I think this is taking random gen to a place where no man's gone before, really. I mean, I'm really proud of Robert. I mean, we get this thing shipped, it's going to be a big game changer. I mean, this is just too cool. But we've given him a lot of time, and that's what it takes. You guys don't understand how much time it takes to do a quality feature, and we've slowed down a little bit, but it pays dividends. It's a good build is well worth the wait. So anyhow, guys, that's it for today. I hope you like it. Discuss, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys next time.